I'm George Ellick from Oddschecker, and I'm joined by Martin Lawrence from WhoScored.com, and we are previewing the Liverpool-Everton, the Merseyside derby. Normally a highlight of the footballing calendar, but this looks like a bit of a mismatch to me.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, Liverpool in great form at the minute. Everton have picked up as well, and that Allardyce effect could come into effect in this game. He'll look to sort of tighten them up at the back, obviously, especially against this sort of free-scoring Liverpool attack at the minute.
If we look at the match odds, it's no surprise to see that Liverpool are very, very heavy favourites. About 130 on, best price with Marathon Bet 31 to 100. The draw is 26 to 5, best price with Marathon Bet again, and 11 to 1 for Everton to emerge victorious. That's with Betfair and Paddy Power. A word on Allardyce before we start praising Liverpool too much is you'd expect him probably to focus on set pieces, and I've seen a couple of interesting markets with Bet Victor where you can back anytime headed goal. So you've got Michael Keane as 22 to 1 to score a header anytime in the game, Ashley Williams at 40 to 1. And I personally think that if Everton are to get on the score sheet, that's probably how they're going to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I think Allardyce is definitely one of those managers who does look to tailor his tactics to the opposition. He'll see the obvious weakness in this Liverpool defence is from set pieces, is from aerial balls. They're very weak at aerial duels in our statistical characteristics, so I think he'll look to exploit that.
Talking of your statistical characteristics, on the Who Scored previews, you can see a match forecast where they look at the stats, look what's happened this season, and work out what is likely to happen in the game. And we've got Liverpool will score as a result of individual skill, and we've got Liverpool will score from a direct free kick, and that just screams one man to me, and that's Philippe Coutinho.
Yeah, in incredible form in midweek and coming into that game. He's already scored 3 goals from outside the box in the Premier League this season. He's only played 8 games. He scored the most from outside the box last season as well, with 6. So that looks a good angle to be looking at. I've
had a look at a few markets here, and we can see on the Oddschecker grids that Coutinho to score any time is 6 to 4 best price with Bet365. He is 14 to 1 with Bet Victor to open the scoring from outside the box. 4 to 1 with William Hill to score any time from outside the box. A couple of other players who like to shoot from outside the box. Wayne Rooney obviously scoring from inside his own half last weekend. To score from outside the box, he is 16 to 1 with Paddy Power. And Gylfi Sigurdsson, who does very little inside the box, he's 11 to 1 with William Hill in that same market as well. So some interesting angles there if you expect people to score with speculative efforts. Looking at the matchup between these two teams recently, Jurgen Klopp, a lot's been made of his 100% record in this game, and we can see there that history favours the home team.
Yeah, they've really come out the blocks in this fixture in recent years, and in general in the Premier League this season. No team scored more goals in the first half of matches in the Premier League this season with 15. I'd expect them to come out quickly and try and get ahead in this one early.
Yes, we can see in the last 2 games at Anfield it's been 3-0 and 4-0. 3-1 and 4-0. If you don't want to back the heavy odds on Liverpool, there are other ways you can do it. We can see that Liverpool to score over 2.5 goals is even money with Bet365, a bet that would have copped in those last 2 games. So really it looks like a way to basically get with the team who look likely to win.
Yeah, it does. Obviously the Liverpool front 4 all in great form at the minute. Coutinho especially, but Firmino, Salah, Mane, it's a pretty scary attack, and one that a leaky Everton defence will have to try and deal with this weekend.
Who Scored have a great market with Bet Victor, where Bet Victor price up who's going to be the highest rated player in the match. You can follow their ratings during the game on the Match Centre on Who Scored. Coutinho is the favourite, 130. Roberto Firmino 7 to 2. Sadio Mane 4 to 1. And the one that I'm really interested in actually is Mohamed Salah at 6 to 1. I'm not quite sure why he's that much bigger than the other 4. Liverpool's top scorer in all competitions this season. Make sure you enjoy the game. Make sure you check Who Scored both before the game and during the game to get that head start statistically. Make sure you check Oddschecker to place your bets to ensure you're getting the best price and enjoy the game.